It's so rare that it's happened, like, what? 4 times in the past, like, week? Like the past 7 days-ish? He's back with his booty, his friends. He's gave us some booty. From Simon, Super Pal Professor Pag, a new snack bag in the mail, so I'm sending you my old ones. Send me through a lot of real hard candies. Take good care of it. It's kind of sticky at the bottom, so watch out for that. Yay, new bag smells. Okay, we got a bag. Simon's given us a bag. What did Gullivar give us? A pirate dress. You know, I'm already wearing a dress. Screw it, pirate dress. And we get a town backpack. Hey, I don't think that works. I'll take that off. I mean, I'll put it away. I'm gonna keep it, but... Also, if I'm looking up, it's because that's where my monitor is now. I reorganized things a little bit. My monitor is now kind of above my head. Might change things around again. I've got my computer tower laying flat and my monitor sitting on top of it, which also means that my extra monitor is sitting on top of a motherboard box on top, which has a power supply box on top of it, which has a textbook on top of that. So that they're at the same height. And they're still not exactly at the same height, because they have different heighted stands. Which is fun. I'm not annoyed by that. You're annoyed by that. But yeah, that's basically what I've done today. I suppose I should talk about Game Award stuff, because, like, that's a thing. I don't have all of the stuff open, though. I should probably do that really quick, because I was planning on frickin' talking about it. There's a few places that have all the stuff. I wonder if the Game Award website is working yet. I'm gonna mute it just in case it makes noise. It doesn't appear to be working. Does this one have everything updated yet? Yes. Okay. So, there's a few standout things to me. One is that I have played, like, none of these games. Like, I kind of wish I was joking, but there is literally 2 games mentioned in all of the Game Awards that I have played. But Game of the Year, not played any of them. That being Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Electric Boogaloo, which... Didn't the first Death Stranding not do so hot? I didn't even know there was a second one. Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's got good music. I'll grant it that, but like I don't know anything about the game. Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've heard good things about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've heard more good things about Hades 2 and Silksong. So, like, I get the feeling one of those two is probably going to win. Unless some, like, big streamer gets behind, like, you know, I don't know, freaking Death Stranding 2. You know, and then one of the others might stand a chance. I mean, Expedition 33 I've heard a lot about as well. The best action game. Battlefield 6? Please no. A Battlefield game does not need a Game Award. Doom, The Dark Ages. I have heard... Okay. I have not heard anything positive about that game. Gameplay-wise, I'm sure it's fine, but... they don't have Mick Gordon doing the music. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Sparkles, let's talk. Hi, Superstar, here to hang out with me. Hey, maybe. Maybe I'm gonna hang out with, and I don't remember her name, Norma. Maybe I'm gonna hang out with Norma. It's happy to see you, Hoo-Hoo. Let's chat. I've weather like this is perfect for air drying my laundry. Yeah, it's almost too late in the year to be air drying laundry. Almost. Give it like another few days, really. There's a Money Rock. Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I didn't even know there was a new Ninja Gaiden game. Which, okay, I maybe not the best for this, but I almost feel like if I have not heard of your game, period, anywhere, maybe it's not Game of the Year, well, Best Action Game of the Year, maybe. You know, like I said, maybe I'm not the best for this because I don't keep the most up with game news, but I don't remember hearing anyone talk about it at all. And usually I'll hear something from somebody. Like, that's my thing. Like, usually I will hear something from somebody about every new big game. So I guess I'm gonna need Crazy Red Guide. Oh no. Alright. What do you got for me today, my man? Alright. I think I own all of these. The one I'm unsure of is that panel. I'll have to go check, but I'm pretty sure I have the others. So maybe I don't need this. Oh, apparently no, their website is still down. There's been temporarily rate limited. Too many people trying to vote. But yeah, I get the feeling Hades 2 is probably going to win in Best Action. I'm not sure it'll win Game of the Year. That might go to Silksong. Silksong literally is the only one of those games I'm pretty sure that broke stores when it released. So, you know. Best Action Adventure Game. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I highly doubt it. Ghost of Yotai. I have heard of that. Hollow Knight Silksong is probably going to win. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. The only time I've heard of that game is as benchmark fodder, so probably not. Split Fiction, I have heard of, I know absolutely nothing about, but Silksong is in the running, so probably Silksong. Most anticipated game. I'm gonna be 100% real, I don't know why anyone is anticipating any of these games. Of 007 First Light. There really hasn't been a good 007 game in a very long time. Why are you anticipating a 007 game? Grand Theft Auto 6. It's just Grand Theft Auto, guys. You've played it before. I don't understand why anybody would be anticipating the same thing again. Marvel's Wolverine. I have heard literally nothing about it. So, hard to say people are anticipating it if I've not heard of it. Resident Evil Requiem. It's a Resident Evil game. Makes some sense, I suppose. And The Witcher 4. I mean, The Witcher 3 was... It's Skyrim. It's been around forever and just has no sign of going away anytime soon. It's glad to see you, Snorty. It's the latest. So I suppose I can see it. Thinking about how you say something changes the way you feel. Like this, for example. I feel great! I have to admit that I do feel pretty great after that. Even if I have a sore throat now. Aww. Then it's like I can kind of see Resident Evil maybe. And then we got Best Adaptation. I don't watch movies. I literally can't comment on these. Aside from one thing, which I'll get to in a second then. Tutu, hi there, Twinkles. Let's chat. Guess what I want to tell you. 1. You're fab. 2. I mean that. 3. There is no 3. So, of the best adaptations, you get a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. And these being basically movies or TV shows made from games. One, why is the Mario movie not there? Or any of the things being made off of Pokemon? Why? Because they know those would just win? Like, isn't that kind of the point? Oh, hey, Rainbow. Check it out. Is he looking for a... No, I don't think I was. You kidding me? Weird. That's what I heard. Someone you were after this. Alright, it's mine now. Room, just slip it in the store, Queen. I won't mind. Like, isn't the whole point people to choose their favorites? Like, but okay. We got a mind of those. I have not heard a single positive thing about The Last of Us TV show. Or The Last of Us Part 2 in general. So, I don't know why that's there. I have only heard negative things about that show and The Last of Us Part 2. Like, I have no opinions on it myself. I'm just saying what I've heard, which is nothing good. You know? I can't help but feel that maybe not. Best art direction. The voice crack. Best voice cracks. Not me. Someone surely has better voice cracks than me. Yeah, this. Nah. I like my pirate dress. I could have a nose tissue. I could have cucumbers. I could have a Dr. Eye thingy. Nah, I think I'm good. Best art direction. Expedition 33. Death Stranding 2. Why? I have heard... I didn't even know this was a thing. How is it in so many categories? Sorry, silly, so inside the shop all day, but sunny weather helps me work faster. Maybe instead of just making shorter sleeps. Nah, it makes you work faster. Ghost of Yotai. Hades 2. Hollow Knight Silksong. There's a game that's going to show up later in this that I feel like would be suited here because it's a very pretty game. Literally, the visual qualities of this game caused a cheese shortage. That being Monster Hunter Wilds. Why is it not in Best Art Direction? That game is beautiful, has gorgeous vistas. Like, if you just want to walk around and look at things, it is a great looking game. If you really want to look at them at high quality, you're going to have some pretty low frame rate, but it is a gorgeous game. Great to see you, Steven. Tall enough. Slaves. I know what my parents are up to. Should probably give them a call. What? I was stopping you. You got a phone. But again, I feel like Silksong's just gonna win that. Best audio design. Battlefield 6. Please, no. No. Battlefield does not need a game award. Hey, I'm sorry. Just a little preoccupied, Queen. Jamaica. Making my specialty. Salad stuffed tomato. I think I already have that. Thank you. I already know the recipe. Expedition 33. Death Stranding 2. Hi. Ghost of Yotai. Silent Hill F. I'm gonna say, having played none of these games, but knowing Silent Hill F is a horror game, and a Silent Hill horror game, it probably has the best audio design, because it's a horror game. Horror games just do. But because it is a horror game, and because Expedition 33 is there, it's probably not going to win, because it has a more niche audience. So, Expedition 33 is probably going to take that one. Muffy! Duskwalker! Feeling sick, Nightshade? We're chatting. Sometimes I get a craving for shrimp tempura and nothing else will do. I want to try shrimp tempura. Which basically is just deep-fried shrimp. Like, that's all it is. That's what tempura means. Basically, deep-fried. So, you know. Let's get things organized. Yeah, I'll keep this. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, yeah, I can see that. Final Fantasy 14. I don't know if I can see that, but I'll take your word for it. Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite, but some of the things I've heard the devs of that game having done for the community does warm your heart. Like, so yeah, I can see that. Helldivers 2. I've not heard of anything the devs doing for the community. I've heard some of the consoles being added to the game. The community itself was pretty nice, but eh. And No Man's Sky. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. I'm gonna laugh if Baldur's Gate 3 wins it. And they have a bunch of content creators that I know one of them. Their content creators of the year are Cradrell, Kai Cenat, Moist Critical, Sakura Miku, and The Burnt Peanut. I know of Moist Critical. So maybe him winning? I don't know, man. Best debut indie game. So basically, companies releasing their first game. Blueprints, Expedition 33, Despelate, Dispatch, and Megabonk. I'm gonna guess Expedition 33 is gonna win that, because it's the one I've heard of the most. Megabonk, I feel, came out pretty recently, so it's probably not gonna win. Best esports game. StarCraft 2 isn't one of them. I don't care. There's a mobile game. At least I'm assuming it's a mobile game. Makes me sad. What happened to esports, man? Back when it was like the big three, that being League of Legends, Dota 2, StarCraft 2. That was probably the golden age of esports. Now we've got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2 is still around, League of Legends is still around, then Mobile Legends Bang Bang and Valorant. How are either of those bigger than StarCraft? How? And they got a bunch of esports athletes that honestly I'm just gonna skip over because none of those teams are ones I know. The best esports teams in general, Team Liquid is still there, but it's specifically for mobile, and no, that's not the Team Liquid I know. I'm sorry. I was mentioning this to a friend, like, it's one of those things that, like, I'm almost a little sad about, because when I was younger, waterlogged seaweed, when I was younger, I dreamed of joining Team Liquid. Like, that was, that was the dream of doing really well at StarCraft 2, was like, maybe I'll get to join Team Liquid. I need to check the art. But they have clearly fallen. And we get Best Family Game. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have this one. So that other panel was the other one. Can that panel be fake? Or no, that was the fake version of the panel. Okay. Because it was, the dude was dark colored instead of pale. Pale as me. So yeah, I have the others. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross World, and Split Fiction. Okay, I've played Mario Kart World. I completely blanked on it being there. Gonna be real, I don't feel like that game is deserving of a Game Award. I'm just gonna say it. Like, it's not even the best Mario Kart game you can buy for the Switch. I would argue Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is currently better. World has promise, but the gimmicks of World are kind of my issue with World. So, yeah. And I've done enough ranting and rambling about Mario Kart World to satisfy multiple lifetimes. Sonic Cross Worlds, though, I could see. I didn't know Donkey Kong Bonanza... I'm guessing Family Game is just to mean, like, E for everyone game. Because I didn't know Donkey Kong Bonanza had anything multiplayer to it. That would be my assumption, would be that it means multiplayer stuff. But Cross Worlds or Bonanza, probably either of those. Fighting game, I know none of these. 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection with a K, and Virtua Fighter 5, Revo World Stage. I know none of those. I mean, I know of Mortal Kombat. I know of the old games. I played a few of them, but I am not qualified to speak on fighting games. Alright. I'm going to be making a giant robot while I yap about this. Because I'm pretty sure it's 30 bits I need, right? Right? Exactly 30? Or was it 35? Am I screwed out of getting this? Because I've been too nice. Right, it'll be... It'll just be in the big list here. I can just find it in here. So yeah, fighting games I have no real opinion on because again I don't play fighting games. I eventually want to get good at them, but okay, it's exactly 30 I need. So I need more iron nuggets. Then I need the rocket and gold armor. So I'm gonna need even more. Okay. Best game direction. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2. Why? Ghost of Yotai. Like, you ever get the feeling that some of these games are only here because someone's paying a lot of money? Because that's the feeling I'm getting. Call me crazy, but that is the feeling I'm getting. Hades 2 and Split Fiction. Okay, star pieces. I also need the gold armor, which I believe is just gold, right? Which is why I grabbed the gold. Just need to find gold stuff. It's not down there. Where is the gold stuff? Yes, okay. So I just need 10 star frame. But I do feel game direction is probably gonna either be Expedition 33 or Hades 2. Like, and I'm not saying this to be, like, rude to, like, say, Split Fiction. Because I have heard of it, and I'm sure it's alright. But, let's be real, those are the two biggest games within the majority of gamers, I would hope, is Hades 2 and Expedition 33, as well as Hollow Knight Silksong. So, you know, I'm pretty confident those are gonna win there. Games for impact. Consume Me. Desolate, or Despolate. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. South of Midnight, and Wonder Stop. I don't know what games for impact even means in this context. So... I don't know, man. I don't know any of those games. Like, I'm sure they're fine games. I don't know them. So. Best indie game. Silksong. Or Hades 2. Or Expedition 33. All three are on the list. The other three on the list I don't think matter. Which is Blueprints, Ball Pit, or Ball X Pit. I don't know which it is. People just call it Ball Pit. And Absalom. It's gonna be either Expedition 33, Hades 2, or Silksong. I made a robot hero! Yeah! He's a big boy. There's no room to place him there. Okay. Where am I gonna place him? I think Simon gets a giant robot. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Simon gets a giant robot. I feel like Simon's going to enjoy having the giant robot next to his house more than anybody else. How is there no room? How big is this mofo? Big. Yeah! He got laser eyes! Pretty cool. You can't see him if I zoom in. I wanna... There we go. Yeah! Innovation and accessibility. Like, 3 of those at least are AAA games, which, as me going, they're probably not actually as accessible as they're making it sound. Being Assassin's Creed Shadows, Doom the Dark Ages, and EA Sports FC 26. I get the distinct feeling none of those are actually very accessible games. They probably just have some very basic colorblind options, would be my guess. In which case, you could literally list World of Warships there. You know, that's nothing overly special. It's appreciated, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing special. Then you get Atomfall and South of Midnight. I can't help but feel there's probably better, more accessible games, and like, I don't know their criteria is the problem, and I don't know what they're counting as accessible, you know? Like, are they counting it accessible because it's a simple game? Not a hard game to play? Is it accessible because it has accessibility features? Like, is there like a one-handed play mode? Is there, you know... Because if one-handed play mode is considered, oh boy, there's a whole genre of games that tend to include that. They tend to include controls for left-handed play only, because they intend your right hand to be busy with something else. Yeah. No, those were accessible games. But yeah, like, I don't know what their criteria is, so, and I don't know what any of these games might have for accessibility, so, I don't know. Best mobile game! Azure Lane isn't one of them, and that makes me sad. In fact, I have heard of 2 of these. I have heard of Sonic Rumble and Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I have heard of those 2. Uma Musume is going to win. Because I think it is the biggest mobile game right now. The others being Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X, and Wuthering Waves. I might look into Wuthering Waves, because that sounds like a boat game. I'm actually going to do that right now. What is this? I don't see no boats. What do you got waves in your name for if you're not gonna... Garbage tier. Deserves to lose. Best multiplayer game. Oh, for the love of please let Night Rain win this. Or Peak. Or Split Fiction. Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6 are also on that list. I swear to everything, if either of those win that, I am going to burn a house down. It'll be an abandoned one, don't worry, but... It might be within a video game. But still, I'm going to burn a house down. Best Narrative! Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai. Those two are always together. Like, Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. I'm gonna be real, what I've heard of Silent Hill F, I'm kinda thinking it's probably gonna be that one. But again, it's a horror game, so its market's more niche, so it's probably not going to win. So that kind of sucks. I wonder if a horror game has ever won a game award. But I could imagine Expedition 33 winning. Best Ongoing Game, Final Fantasy XIV. Are you sure about that one, Chief? Fortnite. Are you sure about that one, Chief? Helldivers 2. Alright. Marvel Rivals. It's just a team-based shooter. No Man's Sky. Are you sure about that one? Oh, I didn't realize I should have noticed. I mean, if I had to pick any of those, it would be Final Fantasy XIV, which is a game I've played before, at least. I can say it is probably the best there because it's the one I've played, so it's the only one I can really have that much of an opinion on. Best performance, I don't know these people. Okay. Y'all ought to know this already, but I am not big on glorifying actors, and the same kind of goes for like VAs for video games. I'd rather the character be remembered than the person who played the character, because that, in my mind, takes away from the character. Like, I would rather know of Hawkeye from MASH than Alan Alda. You know. It also, in doing so, makes it relatively easy to separate art from artist. So if any of those people were to ever do something horrendous, it's not gonna impact my enjoyment of the character, because I don't even know they did that character. You know, it doesn't matter to me. We get Best Role-Playing Game. On this list is a game that I would not have put on this list, and I have played it. And on this list, we get Avowed, Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, The Outer Worlds 2, and Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know I would put Monster Hunter Wilds on this list. Like, it's not a great role-playing game. It's not a bad game, but it's not a great role-playing game. So, why is it here? I mean, it's the only one I've played, so it would tokenly get my vote, but like, I've played the Outer Worlds original, so, you know, I can't help but feel the Outer Worlds 2 is probably better, and definitely probably a better role-playing game. Because, like, the thing with a role-playing game, in my mind... Hello, Pinky. Hey, Superstar. You say sparkles all the time, right? I've been thinking... That phrase work as, you know, the title of my debut album. Alright, well, let's try something else here. She doesn't want sparkles in stars, so we're gonna get rid of that. Golds. very good. And it would work great on a debut album. Our collabs, or pop stars called collaborating. It's taken us from Prob's best friends to Def being best friends. Well, I thought we were already best friends. That's what I know, I guess. But like, a role-playing game should be a game that you can create your character in and play your character. Role-play as your character. You can't do that in Wilds. You are playing through a set story where your character may as well be named Hunter. With a set personality, no choices of your own to make. Where's the role-playing? It's about as role-playing as a Legend of Zelda game, and I wouldn't say a Legend of Zelda game is a great role-playing game. It's a great action game, not a great role-playing game. Which does make it kind of funny because RPG is generally used just for like JRPGs, where you're playing as a character instead of your own character. You know, things like Final Fantasy. We really need better terms for games. And get best score in music, which I'm just gonna read off the games because again, I don't really care about the people. Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Expedition 33, Ghost of Yotai, Death Stranding 2. Why are they always together? And why are they on almost everything? When I've literally barely heard of Ghost of Yotai and I've never heard of Death Stranding 2. How much is Kojima paying you for this, guys? Like, how much is the Ojama paying you? But probably Silksong or Hades 2 is going to win that. Best sports or racing game. Don't really care, but Crossworlds is on there, so Crossworlds. Best strategy sim game. The Alters, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil East Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, 2 Point Museum. None. Is there a none option? I mean, I've not played the remaster of Tactics, but things I have heard about it leading up to its release made me not want it. Namely being, a lot of the script has apparently been rewritten. It didn't need rewritten. Like, yes, there are parts of that game's original script that are very uncomfortable. It's a war. Those uncomfortable moments are things that happen in war. It kind of ruins it to remove them. And from what I've heard, some of them were removed. But I guess Civilization? I've not heard anything good about Civ 7, though. From what I've heard, a lot of people are still playing Civ 5 and Civ 6. Like, heck, there's a lot of people still playing Civ 3. The 2 Point games aren't bad, I suppose. I don't know anything about any of the others. And then best VR AR game. Does it really matter? There is an Aliens game there, so that, because that could be fun in VR. But yeah, that's everything. And that, you've also just kind of gotten my thoughts on all of it. And geez, this has been longer than the whole thing. Their whole announcement. But then again, the guy giving the announcements off wasn't exactly giving his thoughts along the way either. But yeah, I have one closing thought about the Game Awards, and that is, man, am I out of the loop on new release games. I am clearly very out of the loop. Simon! So, the other day, house parties are real popular now. Invite friends over, eat snacks, chill, hang out, eat snacks. I want a house party too. Wanna come over? I mean, sure. I can do that. I mean, it'd be better if you were outside your house so I could show you your new robot hero. But whatever. Leave you here. Kick back and relax. Can I eat your fruit? You're free to take up my house from corner to corner. Alright, man. You got wood. You got pear. You got pot. You got fruit. Cool. That's why you see me from fresh, my real tasty French toast. I wanted to share it with you, but I guess someone ate it all. Yeah, I mean, that happens. My room is great. Decorated all my favorite things. And some other stuff, too. Is that something you did? Nah, I'm good. I don't want your stuff. I mean, we do like the same things. But I don't want to buy your stuff. It's your stuff. But we play games. That's great. Just give me those high card, low card. Get a fired up kanji tea. I don't really want that. You can keep it. A 6. Alright, so there's a better chance of it being a lower number, so I'm going to say higher. At 69, I'm going to be mildly upset, but also say nice. 68. I don't even get to make the joke. Simon, why are you doing this to me? I didn't want your shirt. Can come over anytime, especially if I'm home. And awake. Important traits. Coolest part of hanging out with you is you remind me of all my favorite things. Bugs because they're funny. Tea because it makes me happy. Warm soup because it calms me down. How do I remind you of all those things? But yeah, I am very out of the loop on new games. I mean, I kind of already knew that, but... yeah, you are softer than your furniture. Nah, I'm good. I mean, I know you need your snack money, but I could just give you money. But you wouldn't take it, because none of the animals do. Pretty rude that way. Like, I do know some of those games, I just haven't played them. Like, Silksong's on my radar. Same with Hades 2. I want both of them. I've been advised to play the original Hades first. Annoyingly right now, Hades 2 is on sale, but not the original Hades. Basically meaning that Hades 2 is actually cheaper than the original Hades right now, which is why I was asking people about it. But they're like, yeah, it kind of picks up directly after the true ending of the first Hades, so you may want to know what's going on. I kind of hate when games do that, but, you know, I feel like if it's an enjoyable game, I would probably get enjoyment out of it regardless, but I'm going to heed people's advice. But yeah. I've not played them yet, so... It's also kind of funny how I'm like, man, what about this game? And I'm like, oh no, that came out like last year. Or this one, oh, that was 2 years ago. It's like, One of them I should have known. I was like, oh man, what about the Star Ocean 2 remaster? That's pretty cool and has really cool art direction and all that. But that came out before me and my ex split, so that had to have been at least 2024. And it came out quite a little bit before we split, so that, you know, it's 2023. That's when it came out. Yeah. Boy, am I glad I have no memories of her with that game. I'm so glad about that. Yeah, Simon, I gotta get going here. It's really clean. I have to clean up every couple of weeks so my aunt friends won't go home. They live here, though. Your floor is dirt. They probably live here. Especially when you got fruit all the time. And they do like fruit. Yeah, I'm already leaving. So after you came by, I got you a present. A whiteboard. Alright. I will not draw anything inappropriate on it. Maybe. I kind of wish you actually could draw things on the whiteboard, but... And just have the standard Nintendo warning of be like, yeah, people will see this. Keep that in mind. Alright, let's see if I can actually get over the selling stuff now. But yeah. I do have a friend who has played, or wants to play, or has seen a lot of those games. So, you know. I cannot wait to hear their takes on the Game Awards list. So, I'm not going to be surprised if they have some opinions of, like, why isn't this game here? Because, like, I'm fully kind of expecting that sort of stuff. I'm just like, man, where is X game? And I'll just be like, I don't know, man. I got my StarCraft 64. I'm happy with that. I can't believe freaking StarCraft 2 is not top esport. I can't wrap my brain around that. Like, how? How have these other games overtaken? Is it because StarCraft 2 is too difficult for you youngins? You're not able to climb them ladders easily because you actually have to be good at something? I'm just throwing shade when I shouldn't. But still, like, it's weird. I will fully admit, StarCraft and RTSs in general, to be really good at them, do have a much higher skill ceiling than most games. I will fully grant that. Like, to be truly good at StarCraft, you have to be really freaking good at the game. Where to be really good at, like, League of Legends, not so much. So, I kind of get it, but, man. Moss. So where was Deltarune? That just occurred to me. Deltarune Chapter 3-4 was nowhere on that list. Okay. Apparently it's not good enough. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I do thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here next time for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then.